On May 23, 2025, Cleetus McFarland made one of the boldest moves of his racing career by entering the ARCA Menards Series race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This was the 5th race of the season, and for Cleetus, it was far more than just another competition. It was a test of skill, courage, and preparation on a 1.5-mile intermediate oval. But what really happened when the green flag dropped? What went right? What went wrong? And what came after? Let's find out in today's breakdown of one of the most dramatic races. Cleetus McFarland is a well-known name in car culture. He built his popularity through high-energy YouTube videos, car events, and even his own racetrack. He has millions of followers who enjoy his content about fast cars, burnouts, and wild stunts. But the world of professional stock car racing is different. It's not about showmanship, it's about precision, strategy, and experience under pressure. And in Charlotte, all those factors came into play. Despite being relatively new to ARCA, Cleetus showed up prepared. He performed well in practice and qualified 11th out of a strong field. That means he was faster than many experienced racers, which surprised a lot of people. It proved he had some real driving talent and wasn't just a YouTuber playing around. Being 11th in qualifying meant he had speed, control, and understanding of the car and track. For someone with limited experience on this kind of oval, it was impressive. As the race began, Cleetus started climbing the leaderboard. He made it into the top 10 and looked steady. His lap times were consistent, and he handled the pressure well. Things were looking promising, but everything changed after the first caution of the race. At this point, many drivers came into the pit for fresh tires, but Cleetus and his team made a risky decision. They chose to stay out on older tires to gain better track position. That choice put him on the front row, right next to Grant and Finger. This was a huge moment for Cleetus. He was now racing door-to-door with a professional who had years of experience, but when the green flag dropped for the restart, things went wrong very quickly. Cleetus spun his tires at the start. That means his rear wheels lost traction and didn't grip the track properly. This slight delay messed up the restart, and in racing, restarts are extremely important. When Cleetus spun the tires, it slowed down the outside line. Drivers behind him had to react instantly. William Sawalage, one of the racers behind him, tried to avoid crashing but ended up clipping the back of Cleetus' car. That small contact sent Cleetus into Isabella Robusto, who then slammed hard into the wall. The wreck didn't stop there. The crash caused a chain reaction. More than 10 cars were involved in the pileup. Many of them had no chance to avoid the accident. It was one of the biggest crashes of the season. Cars were damaged badly and several drivers were knocked out of the race, including some who had strong chances of finishing well. This single mistake on the restart became the turning point of the entire event. After the crash, reactions came fast and strong. Social media exploded with comments, videos, and debates. Some people supported Cleetus, saying it was a learning experience and praising him for being brave enough to try. Others were angry and blamed him for ruining the race for other drivers. People also questioned the strategy behind not changing tires during the caution. On a fast track like Charlotte, tire condition matters a lot. Older tires don't grip as well, especially during restarts when you need quick acceleration. Many thought it was a bad call by Cleetus' team. With more experience, they might have chosen differently, but in the moment, it was a gamble to gain position, and it backfired badly. Fans, critics, and commentators all had something to say. Some blamed McFarland for being unprepared, for putting others at risk. Others saw it as a learning moment for someone trying to cross from online fame into real motorsports. But what really shaped the story wasn't the crash, it was how McFarland responded afterward.
Yeah, I want to start off by apologizing to the team that I took out. I think it was several cars, and I feel terrible about that. You know, every time I go racing, I don't want to get taken out, and I've felt it. It sucks. I've been sent home, and I made a complete rookie maneuver on the restart. I zigged and then I zagged, and then he was blowing my door off, and on the zag, I hit him and I put him in the wall. I feel terrible about it. I know those guys worked hard to be out here, and sucks to send them home.
He was clearly upset with himself, even slamming his fists on the steering wheel and hitting his helmet inside the car. On the radio, he told his team, "I blew it." But then came something impressive. Despite the crash, despite the damage to his car, and despite losing any chance of finishing on the podium, McFarland didn't quit. He kept driving, he fought hard lap after lap. He pushed forward with determination and grit, and in the end, he finished 9th. It was his best ARCA result so far. That's not just luck, that's effort, perseverance, and commitment to improvement. His top 10 finish came in a field of skilled, competitive drivers, and it showed that he wasn't just there for the cameras. Meanwhile, another young driver named Austin Green stole the spotlight by winning the race. Driving car number 82 for Pinnacle Racing Group, Green led 52 laps, more than anyone else, and secured his first ARCA victory. Green's win showed that new talent is rising in the ARCA series, and that made the night even more exciting. Still, much of the focus stayed on McFarland. His performance sparked a bigger debate. Should influencers and online personalities be allowed to compete in professional racing series like ARCA? On one side, supporters say that people like McFarland bring new fans, fresh attention, and more money to the sport. His YouTube channel has millions of subscribers, and every race he enters brings in a huge audience. Sponsors benefit, broadcasters get more viewers. The ARCA series, which is usually a quiet stepping stone to bigger leagues like NASCAR, suddenly finds itself in the spotlight. On the other hand, critics argue that viral fame doesn't equal driving skill. They believe putting untested drivers in professional tracks puts others at risk. But McFarland's response to the situation gave his supporters something to point to. He didn't run away from criticism, he acknowledged that he made a mistake, and he showed he wanted to learn. He made it clear that he's not just playing around, he wants to earn his spot on the track, not just borrow it because he's famous. Racing is not just about turning left or going fast, it's about discipline, focus, and respect for the car, the competitors, and the fans. McFarland is learning all of this in real time with millions of people watching every move he makes. He's not just racing other drivers, he's racing public opinion. Every mistake gets more attention, every decision is judged more harshly. That's the price of fame, and he knows it. But there is also a big upside. Because he's so visible, McFarland is bringing attention to a part of motorsports that rarely gets national coverage. The 2025 General Tire 150 might not have ended with a trophy for McFarland, but it gave him something more valuable. Respect. Respect from fans who saw him fight back, respect from fellow drivers who saw that he didn't give up, and respect from the racing world, which now sees him not just as a YouTuber, but as a real competitor. As always, don't hesitate to comment down your thoughts on the situation, and while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.